last Friday of the coldest month of the year, and we're here to turn the heat up. I hope you have had a fantastic day. Either way, for the next hour, Emmanuel Inonda and I will be dissecting the news and telling you what the news besides the news was. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Zainab, Abubakar, everyone out there. Inonda,
yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How have you been?
I've been well. Been good. Yeah, Nyambie.
We celebrated Eid Mubarak without me around. You guys are so mean though.
I thought you were going to celebrate somewhere else. So I found myself without you in the newsroom. But then again, Eid Mubarak to all Muslims. I have a friend of mine is a chef. He's called Sheikh Abajiru. He's a Borana Sheikh. No, in Borana, you say Yoya.
Ah, okay.
Yoya.
All right.
You respond to Yoya. Amale Yoya.
Okay.
Say Yoya.
You're losing me completely. You're losing me completely.
Nanganisa Badada. Badada. Yeah,
remember, you can interact with us on all our social media platforms. TV47 Kenya, that is Facebook. TV47 KE on Twitter. Call in live as well. The number is on the bottom right of your screen. SMS as well. You don't have an excuse not to interact with us. Now, guys, this Monday marked the end of the 21 days period the president had given to assess the effects of COVID-19 in the country. Now, many of us expected lockdown and cessation of movement. In Onda, we did not see the president banning alcohol.
Most people were expecting that, okay, on Monday, the president will return back the lockdown. But I was telling other people, the president can't open the airspace and then lock down the country before the date for the airspace, international airspace reopens.
That makes sense, absolutely.
Yeah. So the president came with a different package. People didn't expect it, but it came on time, and it was like a bomb to the wanywaji wa vinywaji. So the alcohol was banned until further notice. Remember, it's further notice, not for 30 days or 20 days. So further notice means it can take even a year. We saw South Africa, it was open.
And we were here laughing at them when alcohol was banned in their country. Now, look at us face the music. But I'm really curious though. A lot of people are asking what is the correlation between alcohol and the spread of COVID-19. What did Walevi ever do to you guys?
Then the coincidence is that the sanitizers we use, they are 70% alcoholic.
Guys at home, do not drink sanitizers. Do not drink sanitizers, guys.
They are 70% alcoholic, but the alcohol we consume, the one fit for consumption is 5% alcoholic, 5 to 10%. So people are asking, you should have banned the sanitizers because they have a lot of alcohol, unlike the real pombe stuff. But when you take alcohol, it means that you will, after getting intoxicated, your brain won't be functioning well. So the masks, the precaution measures, you want to be able to take note of that. So utajiachilia tu. Yeah.
And I actually agree with you, Nonda. Yeah, it really impairs our judgment, this alcohol. The problem comes in because even Kagwe himself noticed that people will no longer be ordering Kagwe special.
Even Kagwe himself, he said he's a drunkard, so he spent...
What?
He said
he consumes alcohol in Nonda. That's what he said.
A person who consumes alcohol, what is his name?
Okay.
Alcoholic.
I don't have the right word for it.
Yeah, so Kagwe uses Kagwe special, but he said he's happy the president has put a ban. So the few dollars he spends on liquor, he'll try to pamper his wife with some goodies, because there are some stuff that his wife asked him to buy for her. He had not bought. Maybe it's because of the liquor. So,
and I hope men are taking. I hope you yourself you're taking.
It's not men alone. It's not men alone.
Well, they're the most consumers of these products.
A pub or whatever and find only men. We have women also there.
And they're not usually with your wives, though.
Who is the?
They're not usually with your wives.
Who is the owner of Keroche?
Okay, I hear you.
Okay.
I see where you're going with this one.
Is it settled?
Yes, it's settled.
Good.
The biggest problem, though, is the fact that house parties and drinking at home has not stopped. Now, this begs the question, if you're telling us to ban the sale of alcohol in bars and ban the sale of alcohol in restaurants as well, supermarkets are still here with us. People are continuing to turn their parking lots into drinking spaces.
Yeah, the parking lots were banned, so the only places remaining, they are the houses. We've seen so many people getting arrested in a house. It started the MCS, now it narrowed down to the normal Mwananchi. So very soon you are going to see so many bars, in the houses converted to the bars. Just, I don't know what is in this alcohol that people must drink. Because I saw the other day, where Rumangi did a story of where a bar was being converted into a church.
I actually saw the story and I am thinking, okay, this is absolutely random, yeah? Churches are still, churches were open, yeah? They're still not closed, yeah? I don't know, that is extremism of their highest order.
Yeah, so people are not happy about the alcohol, then they are blaming one and only Johnson Sakaja.
And I have seen that hashtag trending today, shame on Sakaja. I don't know.
That's a different one. It started on Monday after the liquor was banned until further notice. So Sakaja was on the receiving end. So today, he decided to join the bandwagon. Hajichape kidogo. Actually, there's a small video. I don't know if you saw it. Maybe Alice has it. A new way people are trying to improvise how to play with the liquor. Yeah, maybe you can watch it.
All right, okay.
Look at that guy. That's a flask.
All right.
Yeah. That's a new trend.
I don't know. Maybe you can actually put the alcohol in the flask, yeah?
The flask.
And then you go around selling it. Kama mama wauji. Nobody will know what is what is actually going on.
Even Mama Wauji, there are some restrictions that have been put to them. You see, even the smoky guys, they're being told, look here, guys, from today henceforth, you need to sell a takeaway smoky. They should not eat from there. So yet those guys,
the smokies were always take away. People used to stand there and eat their smoky.
But you know, Kengelele box of smoky is written one is never enough. So you cannot buy two and go with them. You'll eat one, then test it, second one, third one,
and then the fourth one you go.
The fourth one you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know how that will reduce the spread of COVID if people eat smoky from the smoky vendor compared to carrying it away. So it's funny how the government thinks this way. So it's funny.
I think, guys, ultimately what the government has actually told you is you are on your own, yeah? So ensure you wear your masks. And a lot of us have not been following these rules as we are actually supposed to be. You know, I don't know if you have seen in our public transport spaces, people are not following. I can't remember the last time I saw sanitizers in, I don't know, last week I think I used public means of transport.
Where do you stay?
Okay, where I stay is not relevant. Hi, neighbors.
Okay, where you stay, there are no sanitizers. Where you stay, there are no sanitizers. That's what I was trying to say, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying in Onda.
But I've seen most matatus are trying to cope with these rules. Actually, what they have done, really that 3-seater, there are 3 rows in the matatu. There's one row on this side, the other on the other side, then you have the katikati.
I have seen it, and that distance is not 1 meter, please.
It's not 1 meter. I think all these people are trying to
such a clever way. That's such a clever way.
Trying to say, okay, look here, there's no physical contact,
yes.
So everyone is sitting alone. So we are trying to comply. Then, but about the sanitizers, I don't know if they are real sanitizers or it's water or they are diluted. We're just praying to God to keep us safe and
look at you going Magufuli style. Who knew?
Who?
You.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying we don't use sanitizers.
Okay.
I'm saying those sanitizers are diluted to an extent. They're not sanitizing well. It's like water. So let's not rely on them, Swana. Let's try to rely on the water that we know and the soap. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the next story, yeah, I don't know why we feel like we need to blame Sakaja on the fact that alcohol was banned in the country. Why do you think everyone is throwing blame to the Nairobi senator?
You know, the story of alcohol in this country is like the issue of land question. You remember when Mutudho was Mutudho. Everyone was bitter about Mutudho.
And then, this is the same man during this pandemic period who has said that if you ban alcohol, the lack of alcohol withdrawal symptoms might actually kill more people than you're trying to prevent.
Yeah. So you find that alcohol has a big following, a huge following here in the country. Then Sakaja was arrested when in one of the dens, alcohol dens. You saw the way he was speaking the police custody, not showing that there was a policeman who knows how to use a camera, was recording him. Then a few days later, the president came and banned alcohol, and then said it doesn't matter if you are a mheshimiwa or not. So, and the latest mheshimiwa to be involved in such a mess was Sakaja. So Olevi thought, okay, Sakaja who is bringing all this mess here. Yeah, so that's why Sakaja was on the receiving end. But they can still buy the liquor from the wine and spirit den and the supermarkets. I don't know why they have to go to the bar, yet even the English Premier League is over until September 12th, probably when Uru will have lifted a few rules about the bars and whatever. So I don't know why Sakai is on the receiving end, but at least...
I really hope that the fact that alcohol has now been banned, we will see cases actually reduce. You know, it would be so pitiful for us to ban alcohol and then we still see the numbers spike high up,
It's the same way that the curfew, the lockdown was placed in the country when you are less than 100. The lockdown was lifted, and the lockdown was lifted when we are past 15,000. So the way our government inafanya vitu reverse, in a reverse way. So if this is the case, then actually they could have locked down the airports that time, screen people are coming in, then we contain the virus.
Right.
But walingoja kidogo, we are here, let's do what China, let's do what America is doing, let's do what Italy is doing, let's lock down. Then they were unable to tell us, after we did the lockdown, these are the measures, and these measures, this is what you achieved in the lockdown. But wakakuja katuambia, okay, now that our economy is ailing, let's try to lift some rules and let the economy continue, but you people be careful.
I feel like, you know, that this is like being thrown between a hard place and a rock, The lives of people versus the livelihoods of these people,
Exactly.
And I really hope we will get to a scenario where we will be looking at the numbers, Just, I don't know, reduce. And speaking of numbers, the number of COVID-19 cases in the country has hit the 20,000 mark. Now, prominent people have tested positive for the virus, including veteran journalist Jeff Koinange, KMPDU Secretary General Machonda Chibanzi. Why do we feel like it was only Jeff who is lying, though?
It's not the first time we've crucified people.
I know, Robert Burale,
The guy
was really...
So the Jeff issue, if Jeff could have been positive, then he hid it, then rumors came out, everyone will believe Jeff is positive. But Jeff came out and said, look here, I'm positive, but I don't have those symptoms, but I'm coping well, everyone is fine. People said, okay, Jeff, you're lying. So I don't know how you need to identify yourself.
I don't know as well.
If your name has to be in the same line with COVID-19, whether it's positive or negative, I don't know how you need to be, whether negative or positive. Because if you are positive, you'll be said, okay, this guy is lying, he's been bought, it's negative. If you are negative, they say, okay, this guy is positive, he's hiding, wants to ambukiza other people. So Jeff Koinange, his history and background, I have not seen where there are dents where Jeff can come out and say, okay, where he's lied before.
And it doesn't benefit anyone if I actually have COVID-19, if Jeff Koinange has COVID-19, I think it's important as Kenyans we stop trivializing this matter. And the most curious bit about prominent people catching the virus is that a few doctors refuse to isolate and
continue with whatever they are doing.
Yes.
When positive. That's one of the saddest states because if you are a doctor, you're supposed to take care of lives of the people. It's the same way a driver knows that the bus I'm driving has no brakes, but he goes ahead and carry passengers. Alafu anaangusha kwa shimo later. So
let me just take a moment in order to rationalize this for you. I am unwell. I am a doctor, and our hospital, our healthcare systems are really overwhelmed by the virus. And then I am not showing symptoms here. I have put on my mask. I have seen a few doctors put on more than one mask. Yeah, they're wearing the surgical one and then putting the ND95 one on top. Yeah. If I do not have, if I am so well protected in full PPE that I cannot transmit the disease to you, and I can help you, yeah, why not?
It's a good question. That's the other question I'd like to ask you. It's the same way you see we have this people who are dying of COVID. Some are buried in a very inhumane manner because they have COVID. Then the other one, the pastor, this pastor, and you know, being the latest one, you saw the way his funeral was packed. Kabisa, kabisa. Even the DP was there. There are no rules being observed. He was COVID. He died of COVID. Then he was sent off Vizuri. Then the other people, they are hurried up. Few people in the compound. The casket is being sprayed all the time. Every time the compound is being sprayed. So I don't know how many types of COVID do we have. I
don't know as well. And when you mention the fact that people who are seemingly prominent are being given preferential treatment, even in death. Senator Moses Wetangula's brother died, suspected COVID-19 case. They actually exhumed his body and gave him a proper, decent send-off. I don't know what your culture believes, that if you do not bury properly, I don't know, a whole lot of issues I don't want to go into. I don't want to call them superstitions because it's culture, yeah?
These things do exist.
Okay.
Even during the day I was sharing with you something about the dead, but let's not go there. You see, I remember Jachiga, the musician, he was suspected of dying of COVID. He was buried hurriedly, but the fans, the villagers, the locals came and exhumed the body. Wakaanza kutembea na yeye. So I think as much as this disease is there, we need to give, we don't need to forget our cultures. Mwashamila ni mtumwa. Let's try to be extremely careful, but not forget our cultures. Because
you know in Nanda, that is where now we completely disagree. Because if we are following cultures in Nanda, for the Muslim brothers, Eid, to mark Eid today, would mean we are together, we are eating from the same plate. COVID-19 transmission does not care about your culture.
But
people are going to die.
Their hands before
and they're putting their hands into the mouth.
Yes, it's been washed. The hand is clean.
Well, the mouth has saliva, which is...
No, they are not biting the hand.
Really?
They're not... they are eating, whatever they are eating. Yeah, so I don't know how this COVID is wanachukulia, because mtu wa mila kabisa, may his always say, Papa Shirandula being buried 8 a.m. in the morning. Even a child in my culture cannot be buried at that time. A child, a baby, below 5 years, even cannot be buried at that time. Then someone else somewhere is being buried normally. They say, okay, let's keep, this thing is real, let's keep social distance, let's do whatever. It doesn't make sense at all. So let's treat these people equally. Let's give the dead their final respect. And people just try to protect whatever ikona COVID. If the casket, protect it well, but let people socialize,
and do things as they were used to. Guys, I think from next week I'm going to be running a segment here on In Other News on how to adjust to the new normal. Because in Nanda, you're telling us on one hand to observe the COVID-19 measures as put in by WHO and the Ministry of Health.
I've not mentioned anything about WHO.
No.
I've not said anything about whatever.
You have not on set, but you wash your hands all the time and you wear your mask and we are social distancing. We need to respect the fact that COVID-19 is not respecting anyone, all right? Yet still, we have to continue, as you say, with our cultures and our livelihoods and our lives as we used to. So it's important for us to know how we are actually adjusting to the new normal. Guys, remember, our social media platforms are open to be a part of this conversation as well. Call in live. Tell us. So, Inonda, before we take a quick break here, tomorrow is actually the 1st of August and flights are expected to resume. Now, I know that the fact that the European nation has banned Kenyan flights from entering the country. That means we'll have an influx of people in the country, but we are not sending people out, yeah?
Have you seen today's state of JKA?
I have. And then you've been following more closely, yeah? Tell us.
The Chinese are lining up to go back to China. I don't know why they are running from, yet they are friends, they are visitors. So I don't know if they...
You feel like they are running, yeah?
No, those queues...
It's absurd, though.
They have not missed home. Those queues shows that these people are running. Today, the queues are there, are very long queues.
And still the airports are expected to open tomorrow, not even today.
Not even today. So it means that these people are fed up, because if they had missed home, they could just wait for the airports to reopen, then they go home. But right now, they are still there, lining up at the airport, waiting to go to China. So I think a huge population is also going out, because we have so many Chinese nationals in the country. Then again, it's, you know, Kenya has also banned other countries from flying in. Only a few countries, maybe 11. Even our neighbors, Tanzania are not allowed in. Even Ethiopia is not allowed in. Oh, Ethiopia is in. Tanzania is not allowed in.
I think the Kenya-Tanzania issue is not a COVID-19 issue.
It's another issue.
Especially, you know, former President Benjamin Mkapa died last week and was actually buried. And the Kenyan delegation flying into Tanzania was actually not allowed to land in the country.
Citing bad weather. Instead of saying bad relationship. So the bad weather, Kenyans are unable to land in Tanzania because of the bad weather. But yet again, if you look at the flight radar, there are so many planes crossing over Tanzania from Doha, Qatar, whatever, going to South Africa, crossing through Tanzania. Then our flight is unable to land in Tanzania or go there, but it's unable to return back and to JKA or wherever it was coming from.
I feel like this relationship between us and the Tanzanians, I don't know, we love to hate each other. I don't know why, though.
No, it's the Tanzanians who are trying to hate us. Kenyans accommodate everyone. You know, even when the Kenyans were languishing the streets of China, they've been chased from their house for being there illegally or for being Kenyans or for being black. Back here in Kenya, we are accommodating them. There was no revenge or sorrow. So Kenyans are accommodative, irrespective of where you come from or whichever business you are doing or whatever. But the other people are not friendly to us. Maybe because we are the superpower of East and Central Africa. So I don't know what's wrong with the neighbors, but I'm glad at least Uganda, the flights we can go to Kampala and back with the flight. They've been allowed in and we've been allowed there. Rwanda as well. I think there are these countries that are being said that are trying to minimize, flatten the curve of the COVID.
You know, Inanda, one of the things that really baffles me is the fact that are we not afraid, though, of the fact that if we reopen the country, we have been told that COVID-19 has several strains, The COVID we are experiencing in this country now, we might see a more severe form of COVID-19.
Did you hear the rumor that came from China?
Which one?
That if you are a man, then you've been COVID positive, you've survived. It means that that's where you end your generation.
Okay.
This is a rumor. Mtai was afraid about it. He was saying, okay, men, be careful. Men, be careful. Be careful, men. Be careful. So it was a rumor. It seems to be proven. But again, opening the country or the international airspace, now the country is open. The borders are open. Everyone will come in and they want to be taken to quarantine. Like CS Machara said, but then again you are closing the pubs, the bar.
I know.
You're closing this economy, opening the other economy. So what does this tell you?
And especially because...
And remember, it's from the same government. So it's biting from both sides. Yeah.
I don't know. I hope we will be seeing an end, to COVID-19 as a disease. I don't know. Maybe we'll just adjust. I am curious.
It's not ending. It's not ending. It's here with us. It's just we need to try and adjust and know how to stay with it.
And this is why I'm telling you it's ending in Onda. The fact that the pandemics of the past, Ebola outbreak came in. It was here for a while, and then
something like Ebola. The incubation period for Ebola, you cannot compare it to COVID. Ebola, within 2 days, you are down. You can be identified, you are down, you are dead. COVID, it will take you 14 days for incubation period, then another...
And then you might
14.
be asymptomatic.
Yeah, then you can live freely. Just like HIV, It came in 80s, ikafagia watu, but people knew how to live with it.
So what you're telling me is we are really hoping for a vaccine as fast as we could and a cure maybe?
No, the vaccine will take time. Even if it's there, it won't come here in Africa easily. It will take time, and it will be controlled. So it's just, we need just to know how to live with it, because it's not as deadly. It cannot snatch your life in a day, but you need to know how to live with it. Try to take these precautionary measures that we are being told. Then again, just try to adapt and live with it. Because
you know, my greatest worry is coming from the fact that as we are trying to reopen our airspaces, some of the countries in the West are seeing such a high caseload of COVID-19, and the fact that at least as Kenyans, yes, we are very disobedient and stubborn, but at least we are trying and not that's the word. At least we are trying to at least we are trying to not blatantly go against these rules. We have seen in the United States there have been cases, and earlier on you were telling me about this lady who was actually selling cures, but were they vaccines?
There's this lady that has been bashed by a section of people, section of population in the world. Others have supported him, have shared the video. But then this video was deleted from the YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, online. So the question is, why are you deleting it?
Because it spreads misinformation in Onda.
How many misinformations?
If I come...
How many misinformations, starting from our leaders, the presidents, the prime ministers, have been spread?
I feel like in Onda, remember Madagascar?
Yes, I remember Madagascar.
And the fake cure, and telling people that everything is going to be okay.
Why was not those stories not deleted from the internet? Why are still there? The videos are still there. Why are they still there?
I don't know.
So why delete this particular lady?
I don't know. Let's go on a quick break in Onda as we try to figure out that one, Guys, remember, you can interact with us on this show. Our social media platforms are at TV47 Kenya on Facebook. Twitter, we are at TV47KE. You can call in live as well. Let us take a quick break just to try and understand what some of the stories that the editorial team is working on, and then we'll be right back. Thank you so much for keeping it TV47. My name is Tracy Mokami, and this is In Other News. Kim Simon, thank you so much for keeping us company. You say you're watching very loud and clear from Athi River. Amos Kibet, kijana wange teach Pastor Nelson kutoka Narok. What a name, yeah? A man of many names, yeah? Soa Evans Moisege. Hey, people today, who are your parents? They gave you names, buana. You say you're watching very loud and clear. Voi Place inaitwa Rukanga, yeah? Sasa Frederick, hi. Umoja kuna maji, Sasia.
Sasia. Is it Sasia or Sasia? Siasa or Sasia?
Usimpige siasa, anaitwa Sasia. Thank you for keeping us company, Sasia. Call in live, yeah? Tell us what you think about these stories that we're discussing today. Inonda?
Sheikh Abajiru Hassan. He's waving at you.
Oh, he's waving? From where?
From online.
What platform?
One of the platforms.
All right, okay. I see. You got WhatsApp. Buana, we are live on air.
No.
Kipruto Blackberry Hiram. All right, I see you. Thank you so much for keeping us company here. Now, Inanda,
yes.
We have spoken about the Kenyan. No, not spoken word.
Okay.
The Kenyan paparazzi, Edgar OBARE.
Edgar OBARE, I know Jalango must be smiling where he is, right? After allegedly jumping out of the WhatsApp group with screenshots. But I think some people who've been offended by Edgar, who've felt hurt by Edgar, will be wishing, okay, how I wish the DCI smashes his finger with the hammer so that Asikue able type.
Voice note, my friend. Google voice note. There's no stopping an idea whose time has come. I don't know why OBARE was arrested.
People are saying it's in connection with the bag, the Dubai bag. Remember the bag, the Kibeti that was in the private jet?
Yes.
Is the one that is causing OBARE troubles. Let me not go into that story a lot because the jet might be outside here.
I know.
The show.
Kidogo.
Yeah, so the Kibeti is the one that is causing trouble for Edgar.
And I do not understand, Inonda, why this is an actual thing, because everyone has, in the Western, in the developed countries, paparazzis. I was actually talking to someone and telling them the story of Kim Kardashian, who was, whose photograph was taken by a paparazzi, and then she decided to use this photograph for her Instagram, and the man actually sued her. It is your image and likeness that they are using to create business for themselves, but you cannot actually use it for yourself. I feel like this is abuse of power in this case.
That's why I'm asking, why is he being arrested, if at all the Kibeti is not what he said? Because so far he's not been charged with anything. It's the same thing with the American lady of the COVID, whose videos have been deleted. Why are you doing it? It means there's some truth inside. Yeah, so...
Yeah. And the fact that this person has grown a platform from scratch, yeah? I don't know, people say ni udaku, ni nini, but I feel...
But yeye ndo tabia yake, ni mdaku. So,
kwa hivyo tuache akulie
udaku wake. He has his own audience, ya udaku. Only few people will be offended of him because of publishing udaku and palipo na moshi, apakose moto. So Edgar might be having some truths inside truths that the big boys just want the truth to come out. But then
I have never actually seen someone come out and say what Edgar published is a lie.
I've never seen. So it's truth.
All right, okay. So I really hope he's safe wherever he is, and he's actually, coming out of it whole, yeah?
With the fingers, whole fingers.
We have already agreed, that the fingers are an issue because there's Google voice note if he needs to.
What if they punch the tongue with a paper punch or a stapler?
Wait, you're going too far on this one. Now, Embakasi East MP Babu Owino has taken to his social media account to share his harsh upbringing in Nyalenda slums, Kisumu County. Now, Kenyans are wondering, should this be used as an excuse for his behavior, especially considering an incident that led to the shooting of DJ Evolve?
You know, Babu,
Is he trying to sanitize himself?
no, it's not. I don't think so, because Babu started drinking long ago when he was still a kid. He's come out publicly and said, my mother used to sell changa in a small room down there in Kisumu. Then ni pesa changa imasomesha. So he's been alcoholic throughout. So stopping alcohol, because hajaona manufaa yake, it's not build his career in any way or the other. It will be of benefit to him, because he shot the DJ when he's drunk. He also called Uru, remember the funny name?
I do.
I don't want to repeat it.
Don't repeat it.
In 2017, he was also drunk. He's had so many fracas of the UN against his college mates and the people who are contesting against him when he's drunk.
So the only form of alcohol that this man now is going to be interacting with is sanitizer.
A sanitizer. But then again, you see Babu, he said, pia amesema ameona Mungu. But today I saw his tweet today about the coast leaders. Then I was wondering, is this the same Babu?
Well, God is a loving God, but he's a God of fire. What do you think?
Okay. So Babu fired again. So, but at least since the beginning of the year, I've not seen him, at least I've seen him in custody once about the shooting incident. But quitting alcohol, it should be a role model to his constituents and other people.
Right.
Yeah, but then I don't know if he's quit alcohol and continue the shisha. I don't know.
Sasa Frederick says, Inonda was a super agent for the Madagascar fake hub.
Sasha with Madagascar.
Ever since he turned to be a Rasta man, he supports anything going like a hub.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
By the way, Sasha, do you know that a hub, the scientists are trying to come up with a way. They say a hub can try and minimize the effects of COVID. So Sasha, I think, should join the hub group. The hub, unajua hub ni dawa. Dawa. So na any dawa yenye inaweza zuia magonjwa or whatever, it should be adopted.
On a serious note though, someone said, there's medicine in the food that we consume, yeah? So in tomatoes, you'll find some specific dawa. There's dawa in everything. So guys, eat right, yeah? Sasha, eat right. And he mentioned that you're a Rasta man. Is this the reason why I revives? I revives the new show.
Why a Rasta man being crucified? Let them wait on Saturday from tomorrow. Tomorrow actually, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. See what Rastas can do.
Rasta man,
you don't need to have dreadlocks to be a Rasta. And Rastas are very good people. Actually,
you're so fired up though.
Today, actually, I'll send you a video of a Rasta man from Jamaica talking about COVID. He's using weed and the dawa. So Sasha, I think he needs to join the bandwagon.
This is not hashtag legalize.
It's not legalized. For 20 Lisha until next year.
We have a live caller. Thank you so much for keeping it TV47. Hi. Hi, can you hear me? TV47, hello, if you can hear me. All right, I think we'll be trying to connect with him later. Now, drama in Onda has continued to unfold in the Nairobi County Assembly. From the
I thought you were saying Nairobi Theatre, National Theatre.
I think the whole county now has become a theatre.
Theatre.
You know, it's not just a specific place. Maybe the theatre has moved to City Hall. Because at this rate, there is so much going on in the city county. Nancy says Nairobi. Nairobi, what is wrong with you? From intended impeachment of Speaker Elachi to clobbering of members of the county assembly, the consequent disarmament of the MCA's county clerk, Jacob Ngwele, as well, suspended, then reinstated.
You see, the story of Nairobi didn't start today. It started long ago. Even before we knew Sonko and Elachi. zile za kina Majiwa, you remember?
Yes, yes.
But then again, you see, Elachi, she's an iron lady. People, when she didn't manage to win the Dagoretti seat, when she lost the Dagoretti seat to Arachi, people saw her as weak. Then she came to the county. Now the county members are the one trying to press Elachi. But Elachi is trying to show that how strong she is. You remember?
Before we go to what Elachi says, we have a live caller on the line, yeah?
Okay.
TV47, hello. Thank you for watching. Hello, can you hear me? All right, okay. Guys, if you're calling in, remember, you need to reduce the volume of the device that you're watching
then
us
top up,
from, yeah?
top up. Some people call with the reverse. Just top up and talk to us.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
We'll invite them in the show one day.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
So I was
You were
telling
saying,
about Elachi. So the first time there was impeachment of Elachi, you remember she went with a pepper spray into her office. She was spraying some MCAs.
Hence mafirifiri.
Then people are afraid of the firifiri, and they turned down. Then again, they are up again. Now Elachi decided, okay, instead of using the firifiri, let's use the tear gas. You saw the way they ran from that speaker or whatever. You see, the county of chaos actually should be disbanded and Mbadi just reinstated as the chairman or the administrator of Nairobi once and for all, because it's the governor also is fueling these things.
But why do you say it's the governor in Onda?
The governor's people. You see, first of all, there
I
are
thought
people.
everyone is their own person. How do you label people?
Let me show you why I'm labeling. There was an impeachment motion that was prepared against the governor. Then it's Uhuru Kenyatta who turned down the MCS, told them, okay, look here, just cool down. This is a capital city. We don't need to have the chaos. He turned down. Sonko gave out the governorship to Mbadi. Now Sonko is coming back saying, okay, I gave out when I'm drunk. Actually, Uhuru did well to ban the alcohol because Sonko drank. Then did what?
Alcohol has shown this county in particular trouble. Yeah,
trouble.
Your senator
is the senator is taking senator.
The governor is being governed by alcohol.
Alcohol to surrender the roles. Now, when he's trying to pull back, remember when we went to the court, when we started having the rankles against the county assembly. The county assembly was cool.
Yeah.
So these people. There's this group that's saying we need to impeach the senator, and not the senator, the speaker. Then there are other people are saying we need to impeach the governor. So those people want to impeach the speaker are against the impeachment of the governor.
For sure.
You understand? So the county of chaos, you saw the way Mlango Kubwa MCA.
I know, she was clobbered so badly. And I was actually looking at some of the tweets with my brother at home, yeah? Hi, Steve. and my brother was telling me he does not understand why netizens feel like she was actually, the policemen were justified to club her like that. Have you seen the responses on Twitter?
Actually, I saw a video, an earlier video, where she's saying, Twanga risasi, piga whatever. It was before this one. Then it has gone round back to her. Nila Will amezungusha imemrudia. Now she's the one being clobbered. So people are saying why
and she's so strong. How do you not wail? Someone is hitting you with, I don't know. And you got to see kiboko.
She's not crying. She's not
reacting
screaming.
in any way. She's just showing us.
She's not running. Yeah.
What they did to her, I'm thinking.
I think she's strong. She's a strong lady. But then again, she was at the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong company. But Matiang'i has tried to interdict the officers. He said the officers will be punished. We saw Sonko again saying this particular officer has been interdicted twice, being reinstated to work. So it's the third time. So I don't know if he will come back. And then again, you see the city hall being the county of chaos. With the guns everywhere, they need to be disarmed. You see, the police might justify themselves saying these people had guns and we are trying to do self-defense.
But I don't know if the disarmament is going to work, yeah? This is a mafirifiri country. If we do not have guns, we will have pepper spray.
So the best way is to dissolve the county.
In Onda, we have a caller on the line, yeah? Okay. I hope it works this time, yeah?
It will
TV47, hello. Hello, fingers crossed, yeah. Hello. I think we've lost you. Before we go, city county drama aside, I really hope we will see a solution. I think, guys, we need to vote better. We need to vote better next time, yeah, because I feel like it's just.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they voted for the Sonko again and the same MCS.
Well, Nairobians, I don't know.
You know, Nairobians. When you are, not Nairobians, Kenyans, when you are approaching election.
But Nairobians are the worst hit.
Not even Nairobians, even people from Kirinyaga, Kiambu. The people who voted in YT2, Waiguru, Sonko, just name them.
Yeah, all right.
When people vote, remember it's the same Kenya that voted for Paranya, who is going to buy the cemeteries instead of sanitizers, and he's going to buy cemetery land. So when you are approaching election time, our skulls remain empty. Only tribalism and Mtwetu is in. After elections, the skulls are full. They are back to normal senses, saying, okay, we made a mistake, blah, 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 blah. So let's just try to live the way.
I know.
There are our choices.
I know, Inonda.
So let's pay the consequences.
And I really hope that these people are going to see sense, yeah, ultimately. And I'm told that we have actually run out of time. And now it's so short. It's so short.
I think in future, we'll have to start earlier.
All right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Thank you so much, guys, for keeping us company. My name is Tracy Mukami. You're Emmanuel Inonda.
My name is Manuel Inonda. Joshua.
Joshua?
Yes. Not Steve-O, not Kalonzo. Not Kalonzo labeled himself Joshua during the campaign, but I'm a real Joshua.
You're the real Joshua.
Yes.
The Joshua himself, yeah? Thank you so much, guys. Until next week, enjoy your weekend. Your no alcohol weekend.
Yeah.
We value your feedback, welcome any comments, queries or complaints regarding our programming content. You can get in touch with us on 0768095491 or send us a message on 22047. You can also send us a letter on Post Office Box 2358 00621 Nairobi.